Let's start with some exciting news regarding Charlotte Flair and her impending WWE status. A few weeks prior to the Royal Rumble, WWE began hinting at Charlotte's comeback, and then declared that she would make her appearance during the actual Rumble match. Additionally, Charlotte provided us with a few quick lines of speech that gave us a sneak peek at what to anticipate from her new identity. WrestleVoted has released a new study that goes into even greater depth about what to anticipate from Charlotte Flair's impending run. They assert that Charlotte's new identity will fully embrace the Flair family heritage and give her character a top girl attitude. Charlotte has already displayed variations of this character. This description somewhat resembles what we witnessed immediately following WrestleMania 37 in 2021. Charlotte Flair completely broke and turned heel after missing that year's WrestleMania event and being a healthy scratch. She realized that she was superior to everyone else and genuinely took off as a heel right away. Perhaps this persona will be even more intense than what we've seen from her in the past, but this character description certainly brings to mind the 2021 run. The report's other main assertion is that Charlotte Flair will soon have the WWE Championship gold around her waist. Thus, that section of the study likewise stoked community interest till a major debate. Being a 14-time world champion, 2-time NXT champion, and tag team champion, Charlotte Flair is known for her ability to win championship gold. It's what she's done throughout her career, and this rumor suggests that it will continue throughout her current reign. Charlotte is just 2 world crowns away from being a 16-time world champion, joining her father and John Cena. Therefore, it appears that Charlotte may be facing that story and narrative in a few years if John Cena fails to perform well and earn his 17th world title. She will become the first person in WWE history to hold the most world titles with just 3 more. The story did not, however, specify which specific championship Charlotte Flair would be obtaining. It is evident that the women's mid-card titles have been added to the women's titles since Charlotte has been out of competition. Could Charlotte Flair focus on the Women's United States Championship and try to win that new title? Fans believe it will be a perfect method to keep Charlotte out of the world title picture for the time being so she can improve the Women's United States title and make it even more valuable, even though it may not be a world title. It's comparable to what John Cena accomplished in the latter stages of his career when he won the United States Championship, staged numerous open challenges, and elevated the title to the point that fans began to take a serious interest in U.S. title matchups. People were engrossed in and glued to the screen throughout John Cena's stint as champion, and it was only with a mid-card title that he garnered greater attention. Perhaps Charlotte might benefit from a similar concept. Whether you want to see her lose the title or keep it, it would be a title reign that has everyone invested. She gains the United States title and raises its value to the point where people are even more invested in this mid-card title. However, 4 months now, there have only been rumors that Charlotte Flair will challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title at WrestleMania 41. Is Charlotte really going to win the world title? Furthermore, the report's language indicates that Charlotte will obtain the title much sooner rather than later. Is it possible that at WrestleMania, Charlotte simply unseats Tiffany Stratton as the world champion? For Charlotte's big comeback run, there's a lot to pay attention to. Because of their admiration for the celebrities' relationship, fans have adored each of the on-screen exchanges between Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton during Tiffany Stratton's unconventional dare for Rhea Ripley television. They are diametrically opposed. For Tiffany Stratton, everything is pink and vibrant, whereas for Rhea Ripley, everything is darker and more gothic. Tiffany Stratton recently made a very special request for her close friend Rhea Ripley in an interview with Ring the Bell. Tiffany issued a challenge to Rhea Ripley, asking her to wear all pink rings for a single match. Although Tiffany was excited about the prospect of Rhea adding her own gothic touches to the pink outfit, she expressed her sincere hope that Rhea would do it just for her. Therefore, Tiffany's suggestion did create some excitement in the neighborhood, with everyone speculating about how strange and fascinating it would be if Tiffany and Rhea switched up their ring gear one day, with Tiffany wearing all black and dark themed gear and Rhea Ripley sporting a heavily pink themed gear. It would undoubtedly be unusual for both ladies to do that. Fans adore Strapley and want to see more of them together on television as rivals or possible tag team partners, despite the fact that they haven't spent much time together on TV thus far. Hopefully, we will see that in the future. CM Punk's unique one-time favor with Paul Heyman is an unresolved plot point that WWE has been hinting at in recent months. Putting aside his disagreements, Punk joined Roman Reigns' War Games squad at the Survivor Series and assisted them in winning. Despite having a great friendship with Paul Heyman, CM Punk made it apparent that he expected something in exchange for aiding the original bloodline. Additionally, he received a unique one-time favor from Paul Heyman in exchange for his assistance, which he is free to use whenever he pleases. There shouldn't be any issues there because Roman and Heyman both agreed to it. Paul Heyman should grant CM Punk's request, no matter what it is, when he finally comes pleading for it. Punk has hinted at what it might be numerous times during the months that he has had this favor in his back pocket. Punk has occasionally stated that he has a fairly clear notion of what the favor will be utilized for, while other times he has shown some uncertainty about what he will ask Paul Heyman for. However, there has been an update to Punk's teases. In a Royal Rumble weekend interview with Jackie Redmond, Punk once again sounded very certain about what his preference entails. The most recent significant hint from Paul Heyman himself comes from Punk, who informed Jackie that the favor is one he might not feel comfortable completing. Even though CM Punk's hint is still quite ambiguous, it provides us something to work with. Therefore, when Punk claims that it involves anything that might make Paul Heyman uneasy, what might that be? According to certain fans, CM Punk might ask Paul Heyman to leave Roman's side and come oversee him on Raw. Simply bid Roman farewell and head over to Raw to spend all of your time with Punk. Although this fan idea has existed since the beginning of the CM Punk favor plot, it does align with Punk's most recent suggestion that Paul Heyman finds it uncomfortable. Heyman has been Roman's sole manager for the past 5 years, so it seems sense that Paul Heyman would feel awkward leaving Roman's side after all this time if Punk asked Heyman to take over as his full-time manager on Raw. Paul Heyman managed CM Punk back in the 2012 years ago, when Punk was the WWE champion, but it was a very long time ago. Heyman and Punk held world titles, ran together, and caused mayhem when Roman was a rookie on the main roster. Therefore, it's possible that Punk wants to experience that life with Paul Heyman once more. And how would Paul Heyman feel about leaving Roman, despite the fact that he genuinely loves CM Punk? For this reason, some fans think of this when Punk claims that Heyman will find it unpleasant. The main event of WrestleMania 41 is the subject of the other popular fan idea. The main event picture for WrestleMania 41 is currently the subject of a lot of activity. Perhaps Charlotte Flair feels entitled to a slot at the main event because she won the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Royal Rumble, will demand a spot at the main event. John Cena, who is in complete terror because this is his final WrestleMania, also wants a position in the main event. As a result, there are many top performers vying for the few main event places at WrestleMania. However, we must not overlook the celebrities in the background, who are just as desperate for those main event spots as the frontrunners. And CM Punk is among those celebrities. CM Punk never participated in a WrestleMania major event during his prime years in the WWE. For him, it's the one lifelong fantasy that has never come true. He should have been the main attraction at WrestleMania in 2012, when he was the WWE title, but John Cena vs. The Rock prevented him. When you fast forward to 2024, everything was going well for Punk's huge goal. According to rumors, WrestleMania 40's first night was supposed to feature CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins. However, all of those plans were cancelled and rearranged due to Punk's injury and The Rock. Thus, Punk lost his chance to compete in the main event of WrestleMania once more. Cena is clearly vying for the position, but CM Punk must be just as irritated and desirous of it as Cena and everyone else. Let's assume that Punk loses the Elimination Chamber in addition to losing the Royal Rumble. CM Punk's WrestleMania 41 dreams are currently in danger and battling for their lives. What if, as WrestleMania slips from his grasp, CM Punk chooses to take advantage of him with Paul Heyman? And what would Paul Heyman need from you? What if CM Punk asked Paul Heyman to include him in one of the two main events of WrestleMania 41? Punk would like to be a part of either John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes or Gunther vs. Jey Uso. Punk utilizes that favor for Paul Heyman desperately, trying to tug whatever rope he can to get Punk into one of the main events, regardless of which main event he attends. Since beggars are obviously incapable of making decisions, Punk would like to participate in either main event bout, whichever Heyman can arrange. Therefore, CM Punk utilized the favor to achieve his aim of competing in a WrestleMania main event bout, even if he might not have been successful in winning the world title in that match. And if CM Punk takes advantage of him in this way, it will have a cascading effect because Roman Reigns will be looking down on Paul Heyman for helping Punk get into the main event of WrestleMania 41 but not helping his tribal chief get into the main event if he doesn't participate in a main event match. Thus, there would be some animosity between CM Punk, Heyman, and Roman as a result of everything. It appears that WWE plans to pay it off someday soon given how much emphasis they have been placing on the Paul Heyman favor, but we will have to wait and see how and when it is resolved.